The second question is the whole question of governance. Now, this guy, I saw him welcoming the president over the weekend in my hub.
This guy
in my region. So he's been very happy so far. Now, let me make him angry.
Oh, these.
The global rate of constructing a railway is about 1.2 million US dollars globally. Now, the railway from Mombasa to Naivasha was built at over 10 million US dollars per kilometer. We are much better. We are not much better. I mean, we are the worst in the region. The Ugandans have built theirs at 8 million US dollars per kilometer. The Ethiopians have done a lot better. I think it's around 3 or 4 kilometers. So we are all corrupt, except Kenya is more corrupt than everybody else.
Can I ask a question? It's in the same line as this, because you've said a couple of things that I'm now trying to connect the dots.
Yes.
That you said, okay, with the inception of an idea of railway from Mombasa to Naivasha, okay, how much did that cost? And it's quick. Do we know how much it costs?
Well,
because it's in a sequence of questions, because I want to connect for you to answer the last question. How much did it cost?
Over $1 trillion shillings. I think
trillion shillings?
Yes,
okay.
About 1.2.
Cost $1 trillion shillings, okay.
Yes, if you calculate against the distance, which is around 533 kilometers, that comes to around 1.86 to 2 billion shillings per kilometer.
Okay.
So that was fairly expensive.
All right,
what we are doing now is about 357 kilometers at 500 billion. That comes to around 1.36 billion per kilometer.
From that calculation,
so it's cheaper, but
okay.
Yeah.
So you said that at that time there was a case for the railway to go all the way to Malaba,
right,
because there's movement of at least goods. We don't even have to talk about services. There's movement of goods,
right,
and that would be happening at that port of Malaba, because come on. It's Kenya, Uganda, that's got this $900 million worth of trade per year, and this could essentially move it to 1.5 billion.
Absolutely.
In USD.
Yeah.
So there was a case at that time to be made for building the railway. Am I also hearing you say that with this $1 trillion, Kenya could actually have built the railway from 1 trillion shillings, Kenya could have actually built the railway from Mombasa to Malaba with that money then?
Kenya could have built the railway from Mombasa to Malaba. It should have been a 2-lane railway. It should have been an electric railway with that amount.
Then, with that money,
yes,
could have happened. So what we are saying now, with adding 500 billion shillings, which is what this one from Suswa to Kisumu, not even terminating in Malaba, you're going to use half the amount of what you could have used to take the railway from Mombasa to Malaba.
Yes.
It's a waste of money. We can see it. Is there a waste of money, or is it inflated? Let me use a better, more intellectual word. Is it inflated?
But you've taken up my submissions because that's exactly what I was going to.
Okay.
And so then, yes, without a doubt, the cost of construction of railways in this region is inflated. It's inflated in Ethiopia, it's inflated in Tanzania, it's inflated in Uganda, it's inflated locally. So then that raises the governance issues. Must it be inflated? The necessity issue, I think question we've answered, that yes, it is necessary, but at what cost? And so at that point, I think we need to have an honest conversation about the wastage in our country and the governance and the governance issues. But then again, that brings us now to the cost-benefit analysis. As a citizen, I need the railway. But also, as a citizen, I need to tell the government, no, I am uncomfortable with the way you're managing my resources. And so I think we need to shift the conversation from, do we need it? Because I see a lot of that conversation. Shift that conversation to, we want you to build the railway, but we want you to build it at the global construction rates, which is 1.2 million per kilometer. So don't come and inflate it the way you want to. Let me finish with the debt question before the questions start coming my way.
From the president's house.
No president.
The debt question, we are going to spend roughly 500 billion. Now, our debt as of today, the one I'm aware of is debt stock is around 12 trillion. 500 billion will be less than 5%. It's 4 point something of the debt. But the benefit that I am looking at in terms of, say, the longevity of that railway, both transit business and trade with Uganda, far outweigh the 500 billion, one. And two, if you compare it maybe with the overall GDP. I mean, it's 2% of GDP. Our GDP grows at 5% per annum, which means in terms of value add, we will cover that value in less than a year. So the debt question that we have all of a sudden become very aware of as regards the construction of the railway is null and void. Because really, in terms of is it significant to the overall debt stock? It's less than 5%. And so no, that is not the question. The real question is on governance.